Hey guys, welcome to the next installment of Whiteboard Wednesday. Today I'm going to tackle the question of how important is my interest rate. Now it might sound like a silly question. Interest rate is really, really important. But what's more important is having an idea, some accountability, and accountability I should say, around what you're spending. Okay? Because as important as interest rate is, the term of the loan is more important. And if you want to shorten the term of the loan, you need to get some accountability about and clarity about what's going out. So let's jump over here. And you'll see a really, really big word, compartmentalization. So I'm going to tackle this interest rate question by talking to you about how you actually manage your income and expenditure. Because in all of our experience, we could take a client that's got a lower interest rate with no control over what's going out and have somebody else with a higher interest rate but with clarity and control over their spending. And they'll pay their debt down quicker than the other person. Reality is human nature, most of us spend what we earn. Hence why, and we've always had a really good deal at one particular point in time, we've always crunched a deal on interest rate. Well, you know what? So many people that crunched a deal on interest rate that come and see us 3 years later are still in the same position they were in before. So compartmentalisation, aside from being a really long word, anyone, Attard at financepath.com.au, if you can guess how many syllables are there, there's a little prize. Just email me, let me know how many syllables there are. But that big word basically means to separate something into parts. So what we see when most people come in and have a chat, that initial chat with us and tell us where they're at, is they've got all of their income and all of their expenditure going into a bank account, and their expenditure coming out, all their income going into a bank account and their expenditure, including their loan and debt repayments, coming out of the same account. The first thing that we talk about is getting the best bang for their buck. Now, if they've got a home loan, it's likely that the best place for any surplus cash, the best return they're going to get, is by putting it into their home loan or an offset account. So what we first of all do is say, okay, let's start to get all of that income going into your home loan, okay? And you might have some wages, you might have some rent, there may be some social security that's going in there. So we get it all going into the home loan. The home loan becomes your best savings account. $1 saved is $1 made. Then what we turn around and say is, okay, if you've got everything going in, arrange for a set amount on a weekly basis to go into a separate account which is for your living. What that enables you to do, now this might be $1,000, it might be $2,000. That's for us to sit down, work through what makes sense based upon what it costs you to live. But at the end of the day, what that then does is, whenever you're looking at this bank account, you know whatever's in there is available for you to spend on living. You're not sitting there juggling going, oh, okay, well, there's $3,000 in there today, but I've still got a debt to come out, and then I've got to go and pay this. And it's very hard to manage your money when you've got everything going in and everything coming out of the one account. That was the old setup for lines of credit. We did more refinancing of lines of credit than anything over the past 8 years. And this whole concept of saying, oh, well, if all of your money's going into the loan account and it's staying in there, then the reality is you're going to save money. No. If you've got everything going in and it's all going back out, then what's the point? So we just talk about this separation, this compartmentalisation. You can also set it up a different way. You could have a part of your wages going directly into the living account and the other balance of it going into your home loan account. The most important thing, though, is this separation, so that you're only looking at one account. The account that you're looking at, you know, is the money in it is yours to spend. Now, some people like to turn around and pay all of their expenses on a credit card, right, because they accumulate points, etc. That's a totally different video. Well, what we do suggest, if people are wedded to their credit card and we feel that we can't pull them away from that credit card, we strongly suggest that you have a limit no more than what it actually costs you or the budget you've set for yourself on a weekly basis. That way you know that if you go over your limit, there's going to be fees and charges associated with it, and you're not going to want to do that. But compartmentalisation, separation, for 99% of the population that don't have the discipline to be able to manage everything going into one account and everything coming out, it's the way to go. And a lot of this, I spoke about our money personality profiles. A lot of this is also tied back to your money personality profiles. And we had a massive response to people completing the reports and us sending, or completing the surveys, I should say, and us sending out the reports. There's plenty of Eddie the Entrepreneurs, a few Ollie the Optimists, a couple of Manfred the Money Masters. So I strongly encourage you, the insights that these people have got and they've sent through, I suppose, little emails saying thanks, I strongly encourage you to do the same. Jump onto the website, www.financepath.com.au, and download that money personality profile. Cheers.